So, continuing with the hepatic portal system, the veins that arises from the gut. Gut means stomach or intestines. Okay. So, the veins that arises from the gut, it directly does not enter the heart through inferior vena cava. It enters the liver. So, instead of entering back into the heart directly, the veins coming from the gut continues as the hepatic vein. Continues as the means the capillaries that comes from the gut joins as the hepatic vein and which enters the liver. In the liver, they break down into capillaries and then reunion again happens from the capillaries into hepatic vein which is leaving the liver. So, let us see to it. So, finally, here it is given the hepatic portal system. It is the venous system that returns blood from the digestive tract and spleen to the liver where no raw nutrients in blood are processed before the blood returns to the heart. So, in this case spleen, where is the spleen exact location? Where do you find the spleen? Spleen, it is located in just the upper part of the abdomen, just behind the stomach, above the left kidney. This spleen is just like a clenched fist. It is just like a closed clenched fist, which is color just like a reddish brown. So, it is one of the largest. This is the one of the lymphatic organ, but it is the largest lymphatic organ. So, in the hepatic portal system, what are the process taking place? That is, first is hepatic portal vein, which is starting from the capillaries and ends in capillaries in the liver. Okay. So, hepatic portal system. So, let us see this the points here. The first one, that is small intestine absorbs the production of the digestion. Then in second process, what happens? The nutrient molecules travelled in hepatic portal vein to liver. Means the after digestion, all the food products, the nutrients will be absorbed by the small intestine and it will be carried away to the, through the blood, okay, through the circulatory system, and it will be travel through the hepatic vein, hepatic portal vein. So, this hepatic portal vein, it is the vein which enters the liver. Okay. Why it enters the liver instead of heart? Because in the liver all the toxic substance which is present in the food, after lot of chemical reactions have been taking place during the digestion. So, it has to be cleared off all the toxic substances, and this is the work of liver. And excess glucose which is stored in the food, this has to be converted to glycogen which is stored in the liver. Then the blood is purified now. Now, the blood is ready to go back to the heart through inferior vena cava from the lower parts of the body. So, here the first is absorption has to be taken place by the small intestine, that is a gut. Then afterwards the nutrients molecules have to be travelled, which is present in the blood. So, it has to be travel through the hepatic portal vein which enters the liver. Then third, liver monitors the blood content, means it detoxifies and it changes the glucose to what we call glycogen to store, because excess glucose is not good for the body. So, liver monitors the blood content. Then fourth one, blood enters the general circulation by way of hepatic vein. So, now the blood is purified from all the toxic substance, from all the excess glucose. Now, the blood is ready to enter the heart, otherwise it can be rendered more fatal to our human beings, because it will, once it enters the heart, it can cause lot of lot of problems in a human body. So, that is why the liver is the what we call intermediate between the guts and the heart. So here a portal system is a system in which the vein starts and ends in capillaries. So normally vein starts with the what we call ends with the capillaries. Normally the veins ends with the capillaries, but in this case only the hepatic portal vein, that is portal system, which is the main role playing in the portal system. Here the veins start with the capillaries in the stomach and intestines, and then they reunite as the hepatic portal vein, then breaks again into capillaries in the liver. So that's why it is said a portal system is a system in which the veins start and end in capillaries, and always it delivers the deoxygenated blood to the liver for purification. And the heart work is to just oxygenate the blood through lungs, okay, and to pump, and after that it will pump the blood to oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. So function, exact function of the heart is to pump the oxygenated blood to cells, means certain cells of our body. As you all know, there are what we call 3.2 million cells in our human body. So each and every cell has to be oxygenated to be alive. Now you see this process. This is hepatic portal system. We will just understand about it. So first the what we call here oxygenated blood comes, okay, the blood which has been oxygenated by the heart through aorta, the main artery, aorta which starts from the left ventricle, right. You have studied already the circulatory system in the last class. So through aorta, then it enters the hepatic artery, means it breaks into, aorta, then which has to enter through the liver, that we call hepatic artery. So the artery which is near to the liver, just going to enter the liver, that is hepatic artery. So the second process here. Then next is here after liver, it will go back to hepatic vein, that is hepatic vein means the vein which leaves the liver. Then inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava is the opening of the heart from the here lower part of the body, and this is superior vena cava. So difference is there. Superior vena cava means the blood vessel bringing the blood from head, neck, upper limbs, chest, so up to the heart. And inferior vena cava means it is bringing the blood from the lower parts of the body like thighs, abdomen, lower limbs, okay. So this is the basic overview of the hepatic portal system. Here this process, this is what we call the blood containing oxygenated blood, then through the other way, like what we call hepatic portal vein from the digestive tract, means from stomach and intestines, hepatic portal vein will carry to the liver instead of carrying directly to the heart. So liver will detoxify, will kill all the substance, will render harmless, and it will convert the excess glucose into glycogen to store in the liver. Then soon after, now the blood is ready, but the blood is deoxygenated because of the certain activities that took place during the digestive purpose. So during the digestive purpose, all the activities have done, and this, as you all know the cells respire. So when the cells respire, they always, I have said that carbon dioxide is released more. So this carbon dioxide is released, so the blood has become now deoxygenated. Now this liver is also carrying what the hepatic portal vein is carrying the deoxygenated blood. Now through hepatic portal vein it enters the liver, then through the liver again hepatic vein, then the next step through inferior vena cava it enters the heart. Okay, so this is the overview of the hepatic portal system. So this cycle will carry on. So the ailments that affect the hepatic portal system should be identified. Like suppose if you get any liver cirrhosis, liver cancer or any of them, then it has to be detected beforehand, otherwise it is fatal. So, the blood that drains from the alimentary canal to the liver, it contains substance that are absorbed from the small intestine and pass to the liver before going back to the heart. Okay, this concept must be very clear. Before entering the heart, it has to enter the liver. Then it detoxifies the oxygenated blood, the main function done by the liver, and it eliminates. So, it is designed to eliminate toxic substance out of a body. Okay, so the entire what we call the system is found in almost all the vertebrates, and the entire gastrointestinal tract is not a part of the system. Okay, that is just delivering the blood which contains all the nutrients, okay, to the hepatic portal vein. So, gastrointestinal tract is not a part of the hepatic portal system. So, now it extends from where? It extends from the lower portion of the esophagus to the upper part of the anal canal. Okay, so this is the concept. Now, here the basic scheme of the hepatic portal system. So, here this arteries, veins, as I have explained that from the artery, what we call through the hepatic artery means hepatic portal vein. So, this hepatic portal vein, it is the main role playing in the hepatic portal system. So, this hepatic portal vein will carry the blood from the capillaries, from the stomach and intestine, okay. Then it will enter into the liver through hepatic portal vein. So, this you can see here both way. In the stomach intestine also the artery has been broken down into the capillaries, right. Then hepatic vein, again it has, instead of what we call reunion, here reunion happened from these capillaries, but again they have broken down into capillaries, which is against the rule of vein, because the vein always they reunite from the capillaries, but here they are broken down into capillaries, divided into capillaries. Then reunion happens here as a hepatic vein that leaves the liver. Now, the blood has been detoxified and now the blood can be carried away to the heart through inferior vena cava to reach the heart. Okay. So, this is one of the basic scheme of the hepatic portal system. Now, so these are certain veins coming arising from the parts of the small intestine or large intestine or spleen. So, let us see this one by one. Renal vein, as you all know, the renal vein means leaving the kidney. Okay, renal means which is related to the word kidney. So, this renal vein, it leaves the kidney, and renal artery is there, one word that during the excretory system I will be explaining. The renal artery means the artery which enters the kidney. So, this is renal vein. So, it leaves the kidney now. And splenic vein next is, so one by one I will explain the veins, types of veins. So, splenic vein means the vein which is arising from the spleen. I have already explained where is spleen located, in the left side, in the upper region of the abdomen behind the stomach, right, above the left kidney. So, this spleen is one of the lymphatic organ. So, from this spleen the vein that arises is called splenic vein, and from the left kidney we call renal vein leaving the kidney. And inferior mesenteric vein. Inferior mesenteric vein means coming from the vein that comes from the what we call that is large intestine. Okay, there are two things, large intestine and small intestine. Okay, so from the large intestine you might have heard about what we call ascending colon. I am not writing here, ascending colon, descending colon and sigmoid curve. So, all these terms are related to the large intestine, parts of the large intestine. So, the vein inferior mesenteric vein, it arises from the large intestine. Okay. And superior, next is superior mesenteric vein. The superior mesenteric vein, it arises from the small intestine, colon. Okay. We say it as colon. So that all these types of veins are arising from certain organs, and they will reunite here with the spleen, okay, with the spleen vein, and finally it will enter into the liver as hepatic portal vein. So this is hepatic portal vein, and finally it leaves the liver as hepatic vein and goes back to the heart. So this is the overall structure of circulatory system, how the heart pumps. So here right atria, right ventricle, left atria, left ventricle. There are 4 chambers in the heart. So from here, the what we call the oxygenated blood is the oxygenated blood starts from the flows out from the aorta, and it enters the what we call the stomach, intestines and kidney, okay, and trunk and legs. Now the blood has become deoxygenated. Okay, here it was oxygenated, okay, oxygenated, but here deoxygenate. So more of carbon dioxide content will be present in the deoxygenated, though it has less content of oxygen. So this is deoxygenated and here oxygenated. So this area, whole circulation towards this left side, that is oxygenated blood, and towards the right side, that is deoxygenated blood. So the blood which has become deoxygenated now will enter here from the directly from the what we call stomach and intestines. It will enter the liver for detoxification, and kidney, as you all know, it purifies by itself, excretes out all the waste products. Now it will enter through here, joins as hepatic vein from the kidney and from the trunks and lungs also. So this finally all the blood together here from the lower parts of the body, it will enter the heart finally to the what we call through inferior vena cava, and from the upper parts of the head and arms and all this upper limbs, the heart blood will be blood which is deoxygenated will come through superior vena cava, which enters the heart. So once the blood has entered here to the heart, the whole process of circulation will take place here, which I have explained in the last class about the what we call how the blood flow takes place inside the heart. Then it leaves to the aorta. Then this cycle will continue, go on continuing this one. So finally this here you can locate this E labeled as liver, then B as hepatic vein, okay, B as hepatic vein, then C as inferior vena cava, which is going to the heart, then portal vein. Portal vein is what that comes from the stomach and intestines, okay, and the spleen, not only intestines, spleen also. Now finally let us answer these questions, okay. This is highly schematic diagram. So you have to say which part represents the heart and which numbers represent the following respectively. So all these terms, so 1 to 12 parts are there, we will label this one. Then only you will be clear about it. So, number 1, you can see here, I will be putting off this video. So, number 1 you can see as what we call the hepatic. This is hepatic, not circulatory system. We will label these parts. So, how many of you can label these parts? Let us see. Okay, so number 1, I will be not typing here, okay. So, number 1, let us see number 1, what is the number 1 question? This one. So, the number 1, before doing all this blood vessels labeling, first we have to understand which organ is in the box, okay. So, here you can write it, lungs, and this is heart, okay. Number 3, this is number 2, lungs and heart. Then number 1, now you can finally write, the number 1 is what we call the blood which is deoxygenated entering from heart to the lungs for oxygenation purpose. So, that number 1 automatically it will be pulmonary artery. So, I will not be writing here, the question is given, that is 1. So, hepatic portal vein, here I will write, this is pulmonary artery. Then 4, what is number 4? Number 4 here, this one, that is which leaves the lungs, okay, which leaves the lungs, so means after oxygenation it will enter the heart back, so that through the pulmonary vein, right. So, number 4 you will write pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, okay. So, note down, right now you note down number 4 pulmonary vein in the copy. Now, I am going to rub this one. Then number 5, what is number 5? From the heart it is coming out, right. So, the number 5 it will be aorta. So, I will be writing here number 5 aorta, okay. So, number 5 aorta. Then next number 6. Number 6 is the artery that enters the liver. So, number 6 will be hepatic artery. Hepatic artery. Okay. I hope you are clear number 6. Then number 10. Number 10 you can take it as stomach, right? Label as stomach. Then number 7 from intestine, okay. Number 7 from intestine it is coming, right, from intestine, from stomach, and it has to enter into liver. So, finally, the hepatic portal vein. So, hepatic portal vein we will write here number 7. Then number 8. 8 what can you write? 11 and 8. 11 is what? This is renal artery, okay. Renal artery that enters the kidney. So, number 11 you write renal artery. Have you written number 11? Now, I will rub this one, number 11. Next, number 8. So number 8, this one, that is renal vein that leaves the kidney. Now finally we have number 12. 12 is what? Leaving the liver. So it is related to the liver. So what you will write that one? Hepatic vein. This is hepatic vein. Okay. So I hope you understood this highly schematic circulatory system. Note down in your copy. Okay. Then if any doubt, you can send the messages to me. Thank you. Have a nice day.